This is intended to be an informal reception and really an opportunity just to mingle and have fun. But it also is an opportunity for us to say a few words about the student experience at Linfield, and actually for the students themselves to speak about their experience and to toast to the people who have made this a meaningful experience. The first person who is going to come here to the platform is Lexi Heredia, who is from Raleigh, California. Lexi majored in exercise science. She's worked as an admissions ambassador at Linfield. She's had work-study jobs. She's served as a residence hall advisor for 3 years. And next year she'll be going to a physical therapy program at Cal State Fullerton. Northridge. Sorry. But Lexi has made the most of her Linfield education, and we're delighted that she's going to be able to give a toast this evening. So Lexi.
Okay, so I'm going to be giving a toast to our parents and our loved ones. So I would like to begin with a quote by a very insightful author named Matthew Jacobson. He said, "Behind every young child who believes in himself is a parent who believed first." Since before we were born, our parents had great aspirations for what we would achieve in our lives and how we would impact the world. They worked to provide everything we needed to succeed and be happy. From the moment we took our first breath to the moment they dropped us off at Linfield in the fall of 2011, and now finally the moment we will receive our college diploma. Our parents have provided guidance throughout our lives in many ways, from learning how to ride a bike to learning how to drive. Applying for colleges now seems like an eternity ago, but our parents were right by our sides, giving their 2 cents about what schools they felt would be the best fit for us. Out of the 3,000 colleges in this country, Linfield won our hearts. I cannot imagine what emotions arise when leaving a son or daughter at a college, while believing that their next 4 years will be years of personal growth and worth the price tag. Our parents had tremendous faith and trust in Linfield that this would be the case, thanks to the genuine Linfield staff, faculty, and students whom they had the opportunity to interact with. On behalf of the class of 2015, I can say from the bottom of my heart that Linfield has nurtured our minds and our lives for the better. We are no longer timid, anxious 18-year-old freshmen who are learning the ropes of what it means to live on our own. We are now confident and knowledgeable adults, ready to make a lasting difference in the lives of others. We eagerly anticipate graduate school, jobs, and finally living in the real world. These 4 whirlwind years have been a blessing. A blessing from the Linfield community and from our families. We owe our most sincere thanks to you, our parents and loved ones who have made countless sacrifices for us to get this far. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. We would not be here without you, the ones who believed in ourselves, the ones who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. So with that, I would like to make a toast to our incredible, supportive parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, and other loved ones who have made it possible for us to call this place our home. Thank you.
We will next hear from another student. Menjia, or J, is from Tibet. He majored in sociology, has a minor in philosophy. He has helped to teach courses in the religious studies department in Tibetan Buddhism. He also has helped with social theory in sociology. He is pleased, as am I, that his mentor from China has traveled all the way to be here this weekend. We're very proud of you, Jay. We know that you will do well, both when you go back to China and eventually when you come back to graduate school in the United States. Jia Mang.
Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, faculties, staffs, family members, and students, good evening. My name is Menjia, and I am graduating senior student from Tibet. I am so honored to give the toast on behalf of Linfield's graduating class of 2015 in the honor of our faculty members. 4 years ago, I was an international student who could not even speak English properly, but when I arrived at McMinnville, Linfield was offering English courses for international students who speak English as second or third language. The teachers of the course not only helped us to fine-tune our English language skills, but more importantly, they taught us to learn, read, write, and think critically. For my first days on campus, our teachers truly made me feel that Linfield was a place for pursuing academic excellence and making respect for diversity in action. An excellent school is always surrounded by a group of excellent teachers who dedicate their wisdom and hard work for the benefits of their students. I still remember that one day Professor Sandra Lee was sitting on her knees beside my chairs to give comments on my paper step by step in her American literature class, and she asked me whether it was okay for her to stand and give comments on my paper since her knees were tired from sitting on the floor. I was deeply touched by her respect and humbleness, and I try to remember her whenever I face challenging situations that requires me to be humble and kind to others. Similarly, during my first year at Linfield, I asked the Professor Rob Gardner, who is my advisor, "What is the purpose of education?" He said, "Empowerment." At that time, I kind of got what he meant by it, but did not really understand this until this semester. This semester, I'm a peer instructor for his and Hillary Green's social theory class. I remember the first thing they reminded me was that we are merely facilitators, and our primary role is to allow students to discover their own voice and realize their own power to generate knowledge, to build their capacity for thinking critically rather than simply performing as an authority of knowledge. At that moment, I realized the reason why I felt sometimes I was on equal footing with the professors when I was a student in the same class last year with Professor Rob Gardner and Professor Thomas Love. When I told this story to my father said, "These are the teachers we should admire most and give respect sincerely." To give another example of our teachers empowering us students, Professors Karina Bean and I sat under the trees in front of TGJ to talk about philosophy for hours. As a knowledge seeker on equal ground, we genuinely try to follow our curiosity to understand the meaning of our life and the purpose of our education. Our teachers are so encouraging that allow us to find power and confidence in ourselves. I still remember clearly that one day an accounting professor, David Korb, said so sincerely, "Jay, you've got to teach. I feel you've got something in your soul." The way he said this was so genuine and serious that his remark made me go to look at myself in the mirror right after I left his office to catch a glimpse of what he might have seen in me that day, actually. This kind of encouragement was so effective and necessary because so many times people have failed because they have lost their courage to pursue and stand up again rather than being incapable to achieve success. These are just examples among many, and I am sure that every graduate student has their own inspirational experience about their teachers. One thing for certain is that we were all deeply moved by their enthusiasm of pursuing knowledge with students. Today, we are confident in our skills we have developed and in the knowledge we have gained from you. We are confident not only because we have gained so many valuable skills, but also, more importantly, we gain the power of humanity in our soul to fight for social justice and protect the human values. We are not afraid of trying different things and pursuing our dreams because you empowered us to put empowered us, made us realize that we have intrinsic potential to achieve excellence if we dare to put more effort. We know we will make mistakes and experience failure sometimes, but we also know that we are going to learn from these mistakes and grow from these failures. Here, I wanted to say thank you, our professors, our teachers. Your academic excellence that guided us to the path of wisdom and the humanistic virtues that inspired us to achieve goodness and justice. Ladies and gentlemen, please, all of you, join me in raising your glasses to toast our teachers in honor of their wisdom and virtues. Thank you.
We have one more toast. I would like now to introduce to you Caitlyn Henson from Camas, Washington. Caitlyn is graduating with majors in anthropology and mass communications. She is interested in gender studies research, photojournalism, magazine writing, music, basketball, and a host of other areas. She attributes her eclectic set of interests and skills to Linfield's challenging and supportive academic environment, not to mention her parents. Caitlyn is going to leave Linfield and become a great citizen of the world, an advocate for justice and truth. Caitlyn Henson.
To all of my peers, to my fellow students, to developing companionship, to long, deep discussions, to laughing, to sharing things about yourself you'd never think of telling a soul, to blasting music on Friday nights, to getting Starbucks together before class on Monday morning, to the beginning of lifelong friendships, to the classroom, to late night email chains about homework questions or Facebook messages about essays, to asking someone, have you started that one assignment yet, as you walk to class, to borrowing notes when you get sick, to sharing them because you know what it's like to be there, to sharing a journey, to endurance, to late nights at the library and even later nights at Renshaw with my mass comm people, to talking to someone about that one super hard class, to having happy hour at rooftop with that same person who shares the relief when class is over, to the achievement, to the campus, to meals at Dillon, to printing malfunctions at Renshaw, to studying outside on the lawn on a rare sunny day, to walking to the library in the rain, to beach volleyball behind Mahaffey, to the new green observatory dome, to painting faces at football games, to Wildcat Pride. To adversity, to winning together, to losing together, to leaning on each other's shoulders during hard times, to candlelight services for losing one of our own, to sticking together, to the number 35 on the fence by the football field, to Parker, to the hard work paid off, to our future, to our gratitude for what this place has made us, to our aspirations for what we wish to become in the future, to always sharing the college experience with your fellow Wildcats. To us. I'm lucky to stand before you today and say that we did it. Us. We're not students anymore. We actually made it to this point. No more late night coffee runs for an extra boost to get us through. No more waking up for our 8:15 a.m. classes. We did it. I share this toast with you for us. Not only is it everything have we shared together at Linfield, but it is also all the things we will share in the future. As we leave this campus and go out into the real world, I toast to all of the greatness we will achieve because we did it together. Good job, Linfield class of 2015.